2026. Welcome to the show. I am Abimbola Bilo.
Yes, indeed, we are back on the show. I am Ajibola Ojeshola. How was your weekend?
Good morning and welcome. I am Joy Olu.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adibimpe Omotayo.
We'd have to manage Adibimpe somehow today.
Why?
Well, so she wasn't here on Friday. She wasn't feeling well. And this morning, she still is not in her very best. But we will try as much as possible to just be fine with this version of Adebimpe today. And of course, it's Joy's birthday today.
Yes,
so we haven't eaten.
Yes, we haven't.
Joy, don't bring that 4 p.m. Hula Baloo.
Don't worry. They are preparing.
I'm calling Mr. Olu out. You need to come and help Joy. You need to come and salvage our situation.
Do you know their birthday? Do you know their birthday
mates?
Yes.
Which is very economical.
So service us now on behalf
So I
of
intend
both
to
of
bake tomorrow.
I
intend
when
to
you
bake.
will not be here
in the office.
You will now come and celebrate when? Joy, I bet don't bring down. You
The
were
Bible
home
says
yesterday.
you should give, that givers don't lack. Joy,
But Joy was home yesterday.
don't come and ask me
Yesterday
for
was
anything
Sunday.
behind the camera. If you don't give, you will not receive.
Okay.
Joy, I'm not understanding this. I will bake tomorrow. Which one is that
When
one?
did you bake yesterday?
On
Saturday.
We went to church. So
Okay, did you go to church
You
on
did you
Saturday?
sleep in church?
No, we didn't sleep in church.
Joy, Agbari.
It's a time for sober
Stop.
reflection. You know.
Where? Are you Nigerian?
Oh, because of those children in Oyo State, right?
My producer, you are saying something. Oti fit omo Igbo wo. Anyway, how was your weekend, Ajibola?
It was good. I was out of Lagos for a few hours and back to Lagos, well rested.
Great.
We are grateful for life.
Okay. Adebimpe, did you rest? Did you
I was
find
on
time
my
to-
bed.
You were. No, Ambe. He did not have
Even if there was...
I was hoping that Adebimpe would actually join us for the usual walk, but
Adebimpe worked for one day. See there.
Abi is the result of the working.
She's still battling with,
I can't
with
talk.
that.
I can't talk.
then if you can't walk, start swimming.
I'll come back to you people.
There's a swimming pool very close to you.
I know.
Let her continue the work.
Let me do work first.
Let her continue the work. Joy, how was your
My
weekend?
weekend, I was home all through.
And you didn't
Okay,
bake?
no. I went for a party. And I saw Pluto at the party.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And there will be a dinner later today, right?
Where?
With Mr. Olu.
That one is their own now. You do that one. Okay, anyways, my weekend wasn't bad as well. And of course, we celebrated with our, now is outgone, with our former peers, Olanrewaju Bajulai, who clocked 60 yesterday and also retired from service. We wish you the very best as you move on to other things in life. Of course, let's continue the show, but before then, football. Okay, well, maybe we'll talk about Brazil later since that's what is trending. But some beautiful football, some crashes of powerhouses we saw this weekend. Of course, 2 hosts already out of the tournament, leaving only the US. Can they live up to the billing? Only time will tell.
I mean, we're talking about living up to the billing. What was that politics that the president of America was trying to play because of Balogun? He had to call FIFA because of his red card.
Trump was just trying to be Trump. If it wasn't a red card, he would say Balogun is black, he's Nigerian, and he's not a US citizen. But Trump always finds reasons to trend anyway. So, and
I love the way Morocco played Canada, but for me, Egypt might not go far in this competition.
They've gone far. Honestly. Even with where they are. So even if they exit the tournament
they've done well.
They've done really well. And
Who is Egypt playing next?
Either France,
Argentina.
Are they playing Argentina?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Morocco is likely to play France.
Yes, Morocco, France.
Morocco is playing France. Okay. Well, if Egypt leaves now, they've done really
tried.
well.
They've gone far.
Tried.
Yeah.
They've done the best they can do. You think it's more to get to 16?
Well, it's sad to have a country like Brazil out of the world.
Well,
I'm happy.
Norway really did them bad.
Yeah.
Norway did them bad. Well, that's what we're taking on a hashtag much later on. Let's take our news points this morning. Ajibola, let's start with you.
Okay, we are starting with politics. 2027 candidates. Saturday deadline puts parties under pressure. With the July 11, 2026 deadline for the submission of presidential nomination forms to the Independent National Electoral Commission fast approaching, political parties are running against time to beat the closing date. The commission fixed 6 p.m. on July 11 as the deadline for political parties to submit the nomination forms of their presidential and National Assembly candidates through its online nomination portal. The exercise, which commenced on June 27th, covers the submission of Form EC9, EC9A to EC9E in line with Section 29, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act of 2026. The Commission also scheduled the submission of nomination forms for governorship and the state houses of assembly candidates to begin at 9 a.m. on July 18 and close at 6 p.m. on August 8, 2026. According to the timetable, the personal particulars of presidential and National Assembly candidates will be published on August 1st, while those of governorship and the state houses of assembly will be published on August 29. Ahead of the elections, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress (ADC), unveiled former Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi as his running mate. Similarly, the presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC), Peter Obi, announced the former Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso as his running mate. However, President Bola Tinubu, who is the candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), is yet to formally name his running mate for the election, though there are speculations that he had settled for Vice President Kashim Shettima. If Tinubu eventually names Shettima as his running mate, the development will settle political speculation over the APC's presidential ticket and reaffirm the party's decision to retain its 2027 ticket for the 2027 general elections. So, as it is, it's looking like it's the APC that is under pressure now because the party is yet to name the running mates to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We've already have that of the ADC, the NDC. Those are the major political parties, if you ask me, and we are yet to see that of the PDP. So time is fast approaching, and we hope that those that are still remaining, that are yet to name their candidates or submit their particulars, will do the needful before the deadline set by INEC.
I like what you said, and that's the fact that it feels like it's the APC now that is under pressure. But I'm sure that they are also just maybe waiting or maybe doing last-minute consultations. But I'm sure that it will be in their interest to allow for the party, the ticket they flied
in
2023 to remain. Except, of course, they just want to, I don't know, but again, with politicians, never say never.
Never say never.
But let's say we can't preempt them also, it's their party. We are not politicians. So until they do otherwise, I'm sure that they will also not waste more time to do this, since there's also a deadline for this thing. So let's wait, fingers crossed.
And today is already 6.
Fingers crossed.
Have we ever had a female vice president in Nigeria?
You're going to have it, but not now.
Have you ever had a female
governor?
Vice presidential candidate?
None that I know. None that I know. Even vice president is too far.
Governor.
Let's start at the state level first.
No, we've had deputy governors.
We've even had how many 1 month governor? Vijay Tiaba.
Yes.
Was a governor.
Yes,
for 1 month.
I think we need to have more women.
It's not like
as
women.
governors.
I'm not sure it's not like women are not coming, but is the atmosphere ready to actually have a female governor? But well, women are pushing, so I'm sure that at some point in time, yes, we should begin to have more women given the opportunity. Yes, to be governors. Let's take the second story this morning. This one is coming from the Senate, and it says, Senate meets Tuesday as fake agency budget row deepens. The Senate is expected to address the controversy surrounding the 1.3 billion allocation to the controversial Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council in the 2026 Appropriation Act as plenary resumes on Tuesday. This is as Punch gathered that a forged appointment letter bearing a falsified signature of the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, was accepted at the Civil Service Headquarters without adequate verification, securing Prince Adeni Adeyemi Matthew an office at the Federal Secretariat Complex in Abuja and given the controversial agency the appearance of government legitimacy for over a year. Multiple sources in the presidency and the civil service with first-hand knowledge of the scandal who spoke to the Punch newspaper on condition of anonymity due to the sensitivity of ongoing proceedings said the scandal would have been nipped in the bud save for bureaucratic safeguards that failed at multiple points in the Budget Office, the House of Representatives, and the Civil Service Headquarters. The sources argued that the failure to properly scrutinize the appointment letter cascaded into the controversial Presidential Council, ensnaring diplomatic missions, government ministries, the National Assembly, and private individuals. The Punch gathered that a 1.3 billion naira controversial allocation was approved without Adeyemi or any official of the council appearing before the Senate Committee on Establishment and Public Service to defend the budget. I'll leave it here.
Please leave it there.
Because honestly, when you read...
Is it annoying?
It's just...
thankfully, that's what we're discussing on this side of the table this morning. But there are just too many things surrounding this story.
It is not adding up.
There are just too many things, just not...
It is not adding up. The 2 plus 2 is not becoming 4.
And
then I feel they are taking Nigerians for granted because the excuses that were given by those that were speaking on behalf of Mr. President, for me, they're sounding childish.
Anyway,
we don't be Mumu now.
I'm glad.
Even if we Mumu self, our Mumu don't do.
I'm glad that our guest this morning is a communication consultant, so perhaps it would also be able to help us pick the holes in all of these things and see better ways by which some things can be better communicated. I think we need to get to that level where we need to stop treating Nigerians like retards.
For me, in a country where snakes and monkeys have been swallowing money, so waiting we never see. What have we not heard?
I figured that, the last time snakes and monkeys swallowed monies were almost 2 or 3 years ago.
So by now we should be wiser.
Now. I be the kind of monkeys that should swallow money now should be monkeys that use AI.
Oh my God. Nigeria is a republic of jokes. Of jokes.
Let's move on to other stories.
Killings. FG1 South Africa threatens tough action. The federal government has warned that Nigeria may consider additional measures if attacks on its citizens in South Africa persist. This is as the country condemned the killing of 2 Nigerian nationals in South Africa and demanded immediate investigations, warning that the continued targeting of foreigners, particularly Nigerians, raises serious concerns about their safety and the resurgence of xenophobic violence in the country. The victims, Emeka Charles Iwebu and Musa Yunana Joe, popularly known as Big Joe, were both killed on June 28, 2026, while Iwebu was allegedly tortured to death by officers of the Swawani Metro Police in Sunnyside, Victoria. Joe was reportedly shot dead by unidentified criminals outside his shop in Witbank. In separate statements issued yesterday by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Nigerian Consulate General in Johannesburg, and the Nigerian Union of South Africa authorities called for prompt, transparent, and exhaustive investigations to ensure that those responsible were apprehended and prosecuted without delay. The government described the incident as part of a disturbing pattern of violence against Nigerians in South Africa, noting that the same Metro Police officers allegedly implicated in the killing of another Nigerian, Inameka Matthew Andrew Ekpeyon, on April 20, have yet to be arrested despite being known to the South African Police Service. Yes, this is... Thank God Nigeria is speaking up now. South Africans have said, immigrants, other African immigrants should leave their country, and, the leaders of these countries, plus Nigeria, have been moving the citizens out of the country. So I don't know why they still have to resort to killing, innocent people. And I've always asked one question. They say undocumented and documented. Is it that when they see them, they ask them, are you documented? If you are not documented, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing this. But South Africans have always had something, and I've always said it, that they're still under trauma from the appetite.
They've not recovered.
Abimbola, they're still traumatic. In the same South Africa, they're not as free. There's nothing called true freedom for them. There are some areas in their country, they still cannot go to.
And their brothers, African brothers and sisters, are they the one oppressing them?
They cannot oppress the white people, so they'll,
transfer aggression.
Yes, you have to suffer for it.
Well, they'll be the one to suffer for it, Adebimpe, because I'm sorry, they don't really work.
But now they will work. Let's see them work. Let's give them time.
Where are the jobs? They are complaining to government that the unemployment rate is high.
They also want to be collecting a job.
And they are making more enemies in the African continent. Ghana is angry, Nigeria is angry, Malawi is angry, Burundi is angry.
Even the European countries are not happy with them. Well, the Western world are not happy with them.
They want to be an island.
They want to survive.
They are ungrateful. They are ungrateful to Nigeria.
They want to stay on their own.
Because we were there for them.
Sometimes again, when we go back and forth, let's also just again look at our brothers too and our sisters who also, one way or the other had also been involved in different things. Again, because if you're not complacent, nobody will blame you. And so, our people too had been there for fraud, for drugs, for different things also, in their country. And these things were linked to not only Nigerians now, to Africans. But then, so the question to ask is, South Africans, are they not Africans? Maybe we're all African.
We are all African.
I don't understand.
Oh, they are more African than we are.
I don't even know who they are. But honestly, two wrongs never make a right.
Sure.
And the way their government is even going about it calls for questioning. Their minister saying categorically that Nigeria will not get any compensation, and she still came to say that are we deaf? That she said no compensation. So what a the way they talk to us. So it's more or less like, let's also fix our country and let's stay at home, so that it is them now
coming
to
to
Nigeria if the country is better. We need to move fast. Joy, let's take your story.
Lagos pushes green packaging, sustainable logistics in e-commerce. The Lagos State government has urged businesses to embrace environmentally sustainable e-commerce practices, saying eco-friendly packaging and efficient logistics are becoming essential for competitiveness, economic growth, and long-term environmental protection. The call was made at the third edition of the e-Comagibus 2026 held in Ikeja, where government officials, business leaders, and industry stakeholders examined strategies for building a more sustainable digital economy under the theme eco-friendly packaging and sustainable logistics in e-commerce. At the conference, the Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperative, Trade and Investment said the rapid growth of e-commerce had created new opportunities for businesses, but also imposed a greater responsibility to minimize environmental impact. It's a long read. And so basically what this is saying is that the state government is looking into ways where, especially for those in the logistics sector, those in the business sector, ways of packaging an eco-friendly way to help sustainable development.
Okay. Everybody can all right.
Lagos is doing things.
Yes, Lagos is actually doing a whole lot when it comes to environmental issues and ensuring that Lagosians are safe. But like we always say, government cannot do it alone. Government needs the help and support of all residents of Lagos to ensure that things are working in the right perspective. Right, let's quickly go on to the X platform this morning. We started on this, and very quickly, let's go over it again. Brazil is on our hashtag today, and of course, no one would have thought that the Norwegians will edge out the Brazilians yesterday, even though I had an inkling that it might just be the end of the road for Brazil last night. At least, if not for anything, for that tall guy, that Haaland.
That guy scares
I
me.
knew that Haaland is one footballer that my sons know really well. And anytime they see him, they call themselves, come and say Haaland. And I'm like, from where to where?
Abimbola, me too. I know Haaland.
You know Haaland.
Of Man City. That guy.
And you know, it just shows his tenacity.
Yeah.
Look at how, that match went. And no one would have. And, in football, it's always never say never. Until the last whistle is blown, you never can tell where it will sway. And it was just the end of the road for Brazil last night. And it was shocking to them. But again, this is not the Brazil that we used to know. This is not the Samba boys that we used to know, but evolving. We keep evolving, crying. Well, at the end of the day, Benuje what? Jibola.
Even though I'm not a fan of Haaland,
why are you not a fan of Haaland?
I'm not his fan
because
I'm not a fan of Man City. I love the fact that Brazil had been sent packing. This team is nothing to write home about, and Norway actually deserved to win that match. And it's beginning to look like, the other day, I put a question to Abimbola that who are your likely favorites that you think might win this World Cup? And I think the picture is getting clearer now.
What did I say? Well, I told you
that we should wait a while until after the round of 32.
Until after the round of 32, then we'll start sieving. We'll start knowing where to go to. For me right now, I'm still trying to see what's going to go on.
I'm thinking France.
My favorite is France. I'm also looking at Paraguay could also stage. They could also stage a that team right now is very. I'm sorry.
Which Paraguay? Paraguay that France beat over the weekend. I was looking at you there. Which Paraguay again?
England is not bad as well.
England is not bad. Not survive.
They're struggling.
They will not survive this round of 16. Do you know they struggled this
What about
morning?
Portugal?
Sorry, Portugal was
okay.
Where I was
you wanted to say
going.
Portugal?
England might not survive. I don't know what's going on. That team is also struggling at the moment. For them, there was a scare this morning, and I thought that they were almost not going to make it until that late goal that saved them at the end of the day. But again, in football, it's a very funny thing.
Never say never.
They may get to the quarterfinals, but let's look out for France. Let's look out for Portugal.
Morocco?
Morocco is strong, but something might happen.
Joy said Argentina and co.
Argentina should go home, Joe.
Yeah, my chest.
Argentina is also very shaky right now.
Shaky, yes.
They're quite shaky.
And I dropped my hat for the what's the name of this country again? Cape Verde.
Cabo Verde.
Oh, no.
Those ones, they were the ones that denied us now. They beat us home and abroad. That team is a very strong team.
Very strong, very good team.
On the continent, that team is also a team to look out for. I think, choose Cabo Verde, choose Morocco, choose Senegal. And then maybe Egypt will come number 4. You see all the other teams. I don't know what the kind of football we are playing. But maybe now, Eric Chow is building a team for the Nigerian Super Eagles, but until we see it,
that'll be in 2030.
I'm not even sure our team can stand any of
the heat of this World Cup
on the continent. But let's see how it plays out at the end of the day. Maybe when we get to the round of 16, we'll know again who we can begin to round of 8 consider for the winner. Okay, we need to go. You can go onto the X platform this morning and take a further read on why Brazil is trending. We'll take a quick break. When the conversation returns, although Adebimpe doesn't want to hear this conversation, but it is one that must be hard.
It is.
And our guest this morning, hopefully he will help us make justice onto this topic this morning. Join us again after the break.